Rich, what's your general thoughts on that tonight?
I'm really happy. Good feeling coming into the game, and I thought we did great. We obviously had to overcome a fair bit of adversity in the first half with the sin binnings. That were difficult to manage under some of the possession that went against us as well, and some of the penalties. But I thought we did that really well. We felt coming into the game, we're getting a good defensive outfit. We would have to work hard for his tries and be patient, and not many opportunities would come. But it was important that we tried to do enough to him to create some opportunities. And at the moment, we're changing his halfbacks on a weekly basis. We understand that there's not the flow to his attack that we would like. So you've got to find some other ways sometimes. And we just did enough tonight in that regard. But obviously to keep Wigan to 0. And I understand their attack's probably not been as potent as they would like it over a period of time. But to keep any team to 0, let alone Wigan on the home ground, is a magnificent effort. And probably our team helped us tonight. We lost Callum McClellan yesterday, and we had no choice really to go in, for middles on the bench. But I think the way the game panned out tonight, we didn't go through any periods where we allowed or had to let our energy drop. Such were the game time and the middles that we had on the interchange bench.
I was going to say, you had that tough 20 minutes leading up to half-time. You had that 40 or so seconds you were down to 11. And then for Dog to come up with that on the back of that kick just before half-time, how much of a lift was that going into the sheds at half-time?
Yeah, look, I think at that point, we were happy to get in 0-0. Wigan had sort of dominated the territory a little bit. We put the kick out on the full. We had a yardage penalty, a yardage error. So, they were spending a fair bit of time down our end. And then obviously 12 men, and I know it were only 11 men for a very brief period. That takes a little bit out of you. So to come off the back of that and find a way to score, before half time, I thought were a good result for us to go in 6-0 up. I really did. But I was sort of confident if we could, if we could just take a couple of those errors out and go searching for a couple more points in the second half. I was confident we'd wear them down enough to do that. And as I said, our ability tonight not to allow or let the energy levels drop certainly reflected in our defensive performance.
Given the late notice you had, how pleased were you with Rob and Cruz, the way they directed the team around the field?
Well, it's really hard to pick who were our best players tonight, but they're clearly two guys that spring straight to mind. I think Cruz is just developing all the time. He's in good form. He's not rattled if you ask him to play in the halves. He'll play left side, he'll play right side. He did 10 minutes at hooker when Brad Dwyer came off tonight. And Robbie Louis, look, Robbie's been a very, very good player. I know he's sort of drawing the curtain on his career at the end of this year, and it's fair to say he won't mind me saying this. Robbie's had a tough pre-season with injuries and still not in as good physical shape as he would like to be, or he has been in previous times in the career. But he just really knows how to play the game, and he's a tough player. Some of his defensive shots that he come up with tonight and defensive reads were terrific for us. But yeah, we love having Robbie in our team, and I thought the halves tonight were terrific.
And obviously the defence was magnificent as well. And Matt Pryor being back out there after his issues with COVID, a massive stint from him tonight as well.
Yeah, we've missed him. His consistency has been, it's been like that since he set foot through the door, really. And his leadership again were terrific tonight. And I thought our middles, I say, never let up. They had to do it tough when we were down to 12 men, and they had to do it tough in certain periods of the game. But as I say, I thought our ability to rotate and keep the energy levels high helped him. But having blokes like Matty and Zeno, experienced guys under pressure and very composed, filters through the team.
I'm quickly looking ahead to Monday. Hopefully, getting any bodies back for Monday.
Good question. Yeah, I'm not real sure. I think, look, Callum McLennan could have a chance of playing. He's been sick. He's cleared all his COVID tests, so he's all right on that score. So hopefully Callum will be, be back in the mix for Monday, and we'll see how these guys go. We've still got some tired bodies, but it's same for everyone. I think Wakefield are playing tomorrow, and then got to back up on Monday again. We had a day's prep on Wigan, which does help you. We've been on the flip side of that. That extra day really does help guys in terms of your preparation.
Cheers, Rich. Well done.
Thank you.
Hi, Rich. You all right?
Good, Gary. Good, thank you.
Good stuff. I mean, you've sort of touched it briefly on it about Matt Pryor there, but all what you call your big players really stood up, didn't you? Like Brad Dwyer and Matt Pryor and Rob Louis and various others really stood up for you, so it helped you through the game, through the tough periods, I guess.
Yeah, we did, and we still got a lot of big players out. Gary, that's the thing for us. Luke Gale's missing. Alex Mellor's a regular for us in the back row. Liam Sutcliffe's been really good for us this year. Conrad Earl obviously brings a lot to your attack. When you're on about potency of attack, Conrad brings plenty in that department. So, I'm never too worried about the leadership from those guys. But I love the way in I guess some of our emerging leaders sort of stepped up. Cruz is the one that stands out so much. The way he's sort of starting to really, go to the game and take games by the scruff of the neck. I thought Tommy Briscoe was good. I thought Tommy Briscoe found himself in a couple of really stressed out positions defensively, kept his inside shoulder strong and came up with some really good tackles when, Wigan looked like they could get some 3-on-2 or some run plays on us. So I thought Tommy, again, switching to centre from a defensive effort was magnificent. Ash Hanley's backed up with a bit of a groin strain where he's not really done anything. And I thought he soldiered on really well for us tonight. So across the board, I thought it were a very committed, work first, we work for each other sort of performance. Again, we know attack-wise in some games we'll have to improve a little bit, but I say sometimes you just got to find a way given the personnel that you got out there at the time.
Can I ask about Zane Tetefano? It was another yellow card for him tonight. Is that a concern for you, the amount of yellow cards he's getting at this stage of the season?
Well, obviously, after last week's, we felt he were really committed to the tackle. We asked for some clarification from the referees. Obviously, Match Review didn't pull him up, which they've been very keen on that this year. They didn't pull him up. And the referees agreed with us that he was plain and simply committed to the tackle and shouldn't have been sin bin. Huddersfield scored 2 tries when he were off the field last week, when he was sin bin on what proved to be, not a correct call. Tonight, is that a sin bin? His feet were off the ground, which I think made it look worse. Where were the actual contact? Was it high? Yeah, probably. Is it a penalty? Yeah. Is it a sin bin? Is Luke Briscoe's a sin bin? What is square? So is my players play a discipline concerning me or other parts of how we're being refereed? A bit of both in some respects, I think. Got to be very careful, boys, these days. Very, very careful what you say. But it's something that, we are in dialogue with the referees about because, we do think there's times that, a fair few big calls have gone again as undeservedly. But hopefully that evens itself out, and I'm sure there's a lot of teams look at stuff like that too.